What's up, my Central Unit Galaxy? It's the Central Man here. Boy, anti-Smarks. Haven't talked about the anti-Smarks for quite a while. The last time I did a video on the anti-Smarks, I'm guessing way back in January, when they're talking shit about Chris Jericho because he had a weight problem. And now, all of a sudden, they are talking shit about Christian because he showed up at AEW's Revolution last weekend. And it's not satisfying for the anti-Smarks. Oh, Christian's going to AEW. Christian sucks. I said to myself, what are you talking about? You know, they've been shitting on AEW since AEW's formed 2 years ago. And still crap on it. It's just their mentality. I'm glad they don't do a lot of videos on that topic, the anti-Smarks. It's so repetitive. You know, you end up losing a lot of brain cells talking about the anti-Smarks. Anyway, so not a lot of videos on Christian. You know, I typed in Christian Cage rants. Not a lot of videos on Christian Cage. You know, there's some, and typical anti-Smart videos shitting on AEW and now Christian because he signed to AEW. And I think they're proclaiming that he's going to do big in AEW. You don't know he's going to do big in AEW. He's just signed. Give him some time. I think Christian's now in his world title picture in that program with Kenny Omega. I don't see Christian winning the world title from Kenny Omega. Maybe at Double or Nothing. But because Omega won the title in November from John Moxley, so by the time in May, I think it's about 6 months. I don't know. That's another feature for another time. He's not going to win a world title, folks. He's not. You know, I think he will win a world title. I'm not saying he's going to, you know, this will be the only year he's going to wrestle. I think he stayed for much longer. I think he signed a multiple-year deal, same as Sting. He'll probably win the world title in the near future. That'll be his one more last hurrah. And then he probably retire and do whatever he's going to do in his life. You know, I think he was, you know, in pursuing an acting career. He was in Edge's TV show. What's it called? Haven, it's called. And now they're comparing fucking Edge. Jesus Christ, man. They're comparing Edge because Edge is in the world title picture. He's facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And now all of a sudden he's going to, you know, seeing Edge and Christian winning the world title. You know, because Edge is going to win the Universal title at WrestleMania, and also Christian Cage is going to defeat Kenny Omega for the AEW World title. Maybe whether it's on Dynamite or at the next pay-per-view, who knows? But because you compare them because they're Canadians, you know, because there's the difference. Because it's likely I'm fine Edge going to win the world title because you know why? Because he never lost the world title way back in 2011 because he faked the title due to injury that forced an early retirement. He came back last year in 2020 at the Royal Rumble. Had a really good feud with Randy Orton. Yeah, he suffered a tricep injury. Came back this year at the Royal Rumble. Won the Royal Rumble match. He's now facing Roman Reigns. He's on it. So far, he's a good champion. You know, good Universal Champion. You know, I could see him winning the title from Reigns at WrestleMania. Christian Cage, not so much. Because this is the difference between the part-timers in AEW and the part-timers in WWE. You know what the difference is? Because AEW's part-timers are putting over the young talent. WWE's part-timers, they're not putting over the young talent. They're getting buried. Great example. Brock Lesnar's the great example. Being guys like Braun Strowman and, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, at the time, he was not so liked. You know, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, he was not putting over young talent. With AEW, they're putting over young talent. Yeah, granted, Sting he pinned Ricky Sparks in the street fight at Revolution, but Matt Hardy, he's putting over Hangman Page. I can't find that. You can tell they're putting over. You know. You had, like, also Jake Roberts is managing Lance Archer. You got Tully Blanchard, who's managing FTR. He's not bearing young talent. What are these people on about? You're part of the problem. Sting, I think he's guaranteed he's going to put over Darby Allin, passing the torch, and then, he's on, Darby's a star now. Christian, he's going to do the same, putting over the young talent. He's young, he's in better shape. He's still, you haven't aged, Christian. Christian haven't barely aged. He's in his like 40s now. Still in good shape. He probably win championship in AEW. Look at Chris Jericho. Jericho, yeah, he put over MGF at an Orange Cassidy. I'm not a big fan of him. Moxley, he's putting over young talent. He's not burying young talent. Christian, he'll probably have one more run. Like I said, probably not this year. Probably win it next year because I'm guessing he's signing on a multi-year deal. I guarantee the crap on Big Show because people are not keen on the Big Show or Paul White. And now all of a sudden, now they're crapping wrestlers because they're going to AEW. What's next? Lita going to AEW? Oh fuck Lita! You're like Lita can have one more run. Maybe feuding with Hikaru Shida, Britt Baker, whatever, Chris Statlander. All of a sudden they're crapping legends because they're going to another wrestling company. And all of a sudden, they like Christian in the Attitude Era with Edge and Christian, Ruthless Aggression Era. He's running in TNA. He's running in ECW as the third brand. The feud with Randy Orton in 2011. In WWE, and all of a sudden you crapping him in AEW. And stop declaring he's not going to do big. You don't know that. Stop with this bullshit. You're not knowing. Stop shitting on it. He's not going to do big. He's just going to do put over, and maybe do back, and then have probably one more run as the world champion. Then, put it over, winning one more world title, one more match. If you go to the standards of his feud with Randy Orton way back in 2011, and then he will probably retire, probably backstage or whatever. Same as Edge. One more world title run, one more last hurrah. Then he retired. He focused on his acting career, and that's it. He's not gonna stay that long because they're in their 40s. They'll be in their 50s in the next couple of years. The bodies are breaking down because Christian. Yes, sadly, the Edge and Christian's career kind of ended in WWE in the most anticlimactic way. They praised him like 2 months ago because he showed up at the Royal Rumble. He's not gonna have one more run in WWE. He's not. He's not, folks. His time in WWE's over. He's done. He's become tag team champion, mid card champion, world champion. I say 4 times. He was, if you count the ECW world title, he was 2-time world champion. During his feud with Randy Orton, but he's done. He is done. Finito in WWE. He might come back part of the Hall of Fame one day. But I think AEW's last hurrah, and that's it. These fans are never pleased. They're not pleased. They're just always bitching and moaning. They crap on AJ Styles because he debuted in WWE because they liked him in TNA, and all of a sudden they shit because they shitting at him because he's in WWE. Matt Hardy liked him in TNA because he's doing the whole broken stuff, and now same AEW. What the fuck are these people on about? These are the reason why, they're not making the business bad. They just want to see pro wrestling die. They stop declaring, oh, wrestling's dead. And it's like, I don't want to get into that topic. Another topic for another time. Be happy. Be happy he's wrestle in another company. He's gonna do fine. He's not gonna do amazing. He's just gonna do fine. Get with the times. Stop being miserable all the time. You're part of the reason why pro wrestling's in the shitter because you're not happy. You're not satisfied. You don't know. Because you don't make it. You always like one wrestler, one thing, and also despise. You shit and moan. You shit, bitch, moan. Because it's not the fucking 90s. The Attitude Era or the 1980s. Those days are gone. Get with the times or stop watching wrestling altogether. People are just tired of the crap. I'm glad they don't do a lot of videos on it because it's pointless. I did it like once in the full moon, but most of the time just talk about pro wrestling, Marvels, videos, whether it's WandaVision or reviewing a Marvel movie, or game streams and more. So, yeah, I'm glad Christian going to AEW. You know, it's triggering the anti-Smarks. Good.